I think the first thing what we're going to do is we'll just go through some of the pairs, you know, on the daily strategy mode, see what kind of trades are available right now. Just, you know, for the new people joining here, they can see, you know, how to find new trades, how to find the setups, how to get those placed. And yeah, so we're going to do that first, just going through some daily strategy trades, review maybe some of the ones that are still running. If you guys want to look at any strategy trades, you can also type those into the chat. Basically, just going to go through the watch list, and then we can go through all of the trades. So you guys should be able to see my screen. If you don't, let me know, but I think you guys should be able to see it. We have, let me start with the majors. That's usually how I like to go about it. The majors, you know, they're always the best pairs. You're gonna have the tightest spreads on the majors. So always start with those first. And if there's no trades on the majors, then you can move into the minors. So I got my Forex watch list here on the Forex majors. And then we're just gonna go through each. So there's nothing on AUD USD right now. We're gonna skip ahead to EURCHF. This one, EURCHF has kind of been bouncing between this setup and the one previous to that. So, you know, if price is moving above this level here, we can place long entries. So what we want to see on EURCHF is we want to see price moving up and preferably a nice bullish candle closing above this long entry here. Once we see that, that's when we can place our buy limit to go long. Because the thing with the algo, we only want to buy if the price is trading above the level because we're entering with buy limits. And you can only place buy limits when price is trading above entry for buy. So, you know, if you're selling, it's the same thing, just the other way around. So in this case, we want price to trade a little more above entry, and then we can place some buy limits. If you're already in the trade, that's fine. Just wait to see how it plays out. So, you know, if this kind of closes like this, bullish, then there's a high probability it's going to keep going up. So, you know, this is a good trade to look at. It's pretty fresh. It just got added, I think, yesterday. So let's move on to EURGPY. Nothing here. EURUSD. This one, I believe, already played out a couple of times. Probably the best way to see for you guys to see if a trader played out is to simply draw the box all the way through. So take out the rectangle tool, and then you can draw the box all the way through. I'm going to give it a nicer color just so it's easier to see. Okay, so you know this is our level we're buying from. So in this case, we can see this level, you know, it got bounced off here once, hit TP1. This is the second bounce, hit TP as well, and then this was the third bounce and hit TP as well. So this trade already played out 3 times. If you didn't make money on the first or second, you know, the third or fourth trade is really going to be a much lower probability trade. So we always suggest, you know, if you didn't make money on the first 2 trades, you know, there's no reason for you to jump into the third or the fourth one. The third one, you know, a lot of times it's still good, but the fourth time, you know, that it's really, you know, that's when I would say, okay, you know, maybe don't take it. Third one, it's, you know, I would say look at the chart and then see what, or maybe ask in the chat, see what other people are thinking. You can probably get some more experienced traders to give you an idea on a trade. But EURUSD, this one already played out a couple times, so I wouldn't take this another time unless you made money on the first 2 trades. Then that's fine. But if you're just coming in and you're seeing this in the navigator, this is probably a trade you want to skip. A much better option would be EURCHF. If this algo stays like this would be a much better option to trade. Okay, moving on to GBP GBY. Nothing here. GBP USD, and this is the cool thing about the algorithm. You know, it really filters out, you know, the best trades for you guys. So you don't have to go through you know, X mode or, you know, all the different pairs and see, okay, is this one short or long? This one here, this is also you can probably count this as 3 times as well. USD CAD. This one didn't quite hit it. So this could probably play out 1 more time. I doubt it'll come back up here, but you never know, right? So Yeah, so you know this is a bit subjective, because sometimes these levels, you know, it's not just one you know level. Sometimes they're a little bigger, a little smaller. So, but we can see a rejection here. Personally, like for me, I didn't set this one up because I already made money on the first two, and I took all my profit on TP1. So I'm not going to set this one up again. There's more trades that I can set up that look a little better. So personally, I'm going to skip this one. If you want, you can still place this one, but like I said, it's going to be lower probability just because it already hit once, twice. This is like you know, it's debatable if it hit or not. It didn't really hit the level, but I'm going to say this is still a touch on that level. USD-CHF, USD-GBPCHF. Yeah, so these are the trades for the majors. The only one I have set up is EURCHF, and yeah, the other ones, not much to do right now. So if you don't know how to place these trades, it's very simple. You can use any trading platform you want. It doesn't really matter. Pretty much what you do is you go to your top left, you put in your account size, and then you put in, you know, there should be 3 positions. And then you just put in your account size. That's all you have to do. You don't have to change the other settings. And then on the right here, it's going to tell you your position size. So for every position, if you have a $8,500 account, you would use a split of 0.06 on each. So in total would be 0.19, and then you just copy these values into your trading platform, and then your TPs as well, your stop loss as well. You can all pre-populate these using your limit orders, and then once it's in your trading platform, you just wait for price to hit your entries, and then you let it run to either stop loss or TP. Okay, so we're quickly going to go through the minors. Once we've gone through the minors, then we can you guys can start rolling in the questions. EURUSD, nothing here. EURCAD, nothing here either. We already went through that one. You're in the D. Let's have a look. GBPCHF should have one. Yeah, so this one is still good, in my opinion, because it looks like there's still a large amount of buyers on that level. We can see a very strong reaction on that level. So if we draw our tool or rectangle, we can see it played out once here, but that was a longer time ago. This one was still, this was a second time. So if it comes down, it'll be a third time. But based on this wick here and these last rejections, you know, it looks like this is still a strong level. If you guys see, you know, a trade that has already played out 3 times or twice, and you think, you know, this one has a lower probability, what you can do is you can reduce your risks on those trades where already you hit a couple times. So you can either, or the best way is probably just to go into your settings and then, you know, do a risk override to like 1% or 2%. That's a good way to go about it if you're trading repeated trades, or you can just skip it. You know, that's even better. If you just want to skip it, that's fine. Personally, you know, this still has a good rejection on this level. So this is a trade I've set up. Yeah. GBP, I don't think has anything. We already went through it. CADJPY looks pretty good too. Again, we have a nice higher low here, nice projection. So this would be the third time again, but I still like the setup. The rejection is still pretty good. There was a time, I think a couple months ago, was it April something, like on USD CAD, like we were taking buys from USD CAD for weeks and weeks, and it always hit TP1, but eventually it broke, right? So the people who came in late and they took like the 5th or 6th buy on that trade, you know, they hit stop loss. But the people who, you know, either skipped it or, you know, kept just making money on it because it kept bouncing in this range, you know, they were doing quite well. So this one is probably going to hit TP2, CADJPY. If you're in it, you know, it's probably going to hit TP2, especially if this kind of closed like this. You're going to have a nice run to TP2. Okay, we're almost through the list, and then we can do the questions. GBPCAT, let's have a look. I don't think there's any on these. I checked, I think yesterday, but we'll double check. Make sure you don't miss anything. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to go through exotics. I don't trade the exotics. It's just too much. The volume is not high enough, so um, the spread is going to be higher. I used to trade USD Mexican quite a bit. Not anymore, but I'm just curious to see what it shows. And USDs are I used to like as well.